The Light Sport and Ultralight Flyer would like to thank BRS Parachutes for providing air transportation to and from Aero. We would also like to thank ICP North America for supplying our accommodations at the show, and Renegade Light Sport Aircraft for transportation and meals during the show.
We are here at Aero, the grand show for light aircraft in Europe. And it's opening day, and on opening day there was a great unveiling here. And we are sitting in front of the aircraft that was unveiled earlier today at the TECNAM space at Aero. We'll come back to the airplane in a minute. I'm talking with Paolo Pascali here, the managing director, I believe is the title, for the TECNAM company. And you have several bits of news here, one of which is your company is 65 years old today now. Not you, but the company is 65 years old. Much of the time aviation has been around, this company has been around. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, Paolo, looking over our shoulder here at your big emblem up there, I see, of course, the 65 years in Astore again. Where does the name Astore come from?
Well, it comes from the first airplane my uncle designed in 1948. It was the P-48 Astore. So we are celebrating the 65 years and the first airplane designed by my uncle.
What does the word Astore mean?
What do you say?
Goshawk? Okay,
correct.
so it's the Italian word for goshawk.
Yeah.
So 65 years, and you're commemorating this time with the new aircraft. And tell us a little bit about the idea here, Paolo.
Yes, well, the design of the aircraft is coming as usual, from my uncle, Professor Luigi Pascale. So he will be 90 years old next November.
Are you ever going to let him retire, by the way?
Well, no, he has to work a little bit more.
A little bit more work.
Also because he's enjoying a lot.
Evidently.
So, yeah, he keeps him alive. So we have to thank him again.
Now, I understand from Phil Solomon, your TECNAM North America representative, that the wings are the same, or essentially the same, as on the Sierra and on the High Wing Bravo. Is that correct?
Correct.
Which has a spar which goes through the cabin and no strut. So that makes some sense.
Yes.
But all the other parts of the airplane are fresh.
Yes, there was no reason to design a new wing because this one is working perfectly, so there was really no reason. So we wanted to make something different and as nice, as beauty as possible. And I hope we made it. So we are going to be successful in terms of sales.
Well, I know in the United States you have 5 LSA models approved, and then variations of those, some with floats like I see over your shoulder, and other things. But I was surprised to read recently that the Sierra, among all of your airplanes in the United States, the Sierra is the best-selling of the group. That surprised me. I didn't realize this. So I think you have room for a new airplane that's a low wing. But it's your only low wing model among all high wing aircraft.
That's true.
I discovered 2 things when I got inside the aircraft earlier. One is that the seats will go back so far, I can't even get my feet near the rudder pedals. I said, this is sized for Paolo, evidently. But you said there's another reason. What's that?
Yes, well, besides my 6.4, but in order to better accommodate the pilot to enter into the airplane, we wanted to slide the seat as back as possible.
And you have a lot of room behind the seats, Paolo. 18 cubic feet, I'm told, and 40 kilos or 88 pounds of baggage can go back there. That's wonderful, and I hear you're going to investigate whether it'll hold golf clubs or not. We'll find out more about that later. But one thing that you've done, I think, is very interesting, because I've flown in low-winged aircraft, and I've tried to put bags back there. It's difficult because you have to kneel on the seats and place the bags over. You have a baggage door.
Yeah, that's exactly the reason why we get a baggage door. I mean, even if it's a small one, but it would be useful.
Most bags can fit through this, I'm thinking. What is the empty weight of the airplane? Do you know this number? I know this is the very first one right here,
I
correct?
can tell you in kilograms,
okay.
Which is around 357, so 360 kilograms.
Okay, 360 kilograms. Less than 800, that would be pounds. So, in addition to that, then you have a lot of space in the airplane. The cockpit has a lot of room, but
we can have both engine installation, Rotax engine installation, so the 912 ULS2 or the IS.
Okay.
We probably are going to have also the turbo.
Oh, off the turbo as well. Okay. Well, for the rest of us, when could we get one?
probably 90 days. I hope we can get one for Oshkosh in the States, which is of course not going to be this one, but it's going to be a production one. So I would say for dealers, it's going to be quite soon.
But this year, definitely.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Customers before August.
Oh, okay. So this is quite soon then.
Yes. So we already have all the jigs, all the tools, everything is already done while we were doing the prototype. So this is what we usually do. Excellent. So we built a prototype with the final production jigs.
Well, you'll be very busy then, because earlier today we looked at the Snap aircraft. This is entering production. I understand this will be a smaller unit volume because it's a specialty aircraft. That's a very exciting development too. But besides keeping your uncle, Professor Luigi, quite busy here, you're all going to stay quite busy too.
Yes, you are perfectly right. Even if the Snap was designed from one of our engineers, Fabio Russo, 2 or 3 years ago. So has been already test flown, it's already in production, so we didn't have too much to do. So it's quite easy for us. So it's a kind of acquisition, how do you say? Is it correct to say? We are going to just produce it.
Yes.
So we didn't
develop. You bought the design, it was already complete when you got it.
Was already complete.
From a man who already worked for you during this time, yes?
Yes.
And he's your head of research and development, I believe?
Yes, he's a very young guy, but he's very good.
You have a lot of hardworking people, evidently. Well, we thank you, Paolo, for giving us a lot of information about Astore and all the rest of the products that are exciting from TECNAM. Tell us where we go to get even more information on the website.
Well, TECNAM.com.
TECNAM.com. And you have a North American representative, Phil Solomon. Please come in.
Hi.
And where do we find information specific to the U.S. market, Phil?
www.tecnam.net.
TECNAM.com, TECNAM.net. I have lots of information about the TECNAM products on my website, bydanjohnson.com or bydanjohnson.com. Thanks so much for joining us here at Aero.
There are decisions that we make that can define us, and it's a decision John Friis made a few days ago that he credits with saving his life. This is what's left of John Friis's Cessna 182. And quite remarkable, especially when you look at this damage. Here is John Friis.
It happened faster than you could ever imagine. Within 10 seconds, I went from flying to crashing.
Friis says his Cessna had its annual safety maintenance check when he took off Monday night from the Marshall County Airport near Holly Springs, Mississippi. At around 400 feet, Friis says the plane stalled and he had zero control. Just days before his fateful flight, he had installed an emergency parachute system in the single-engine plane.
I promise you, I cannot tell you why. I instinctively reached down and grabbed the handle and pulled the parachute, and within a second, I hit the ground.
This video is of the parachute system. Friis says he installed it to appease his wife. She's used to flying in a twin-engine plane. Little did he know he'd be using the $25,000 parachute within days.
It went from nose down to horizontal just in time for the impact, so it clearly saved my life, but I was within 1 or 2 seconds of dying. I can't even describe to you what an impact it was, and it just took me a second. I thought maybe I was, that I'd kill myself. I've never been afraid of dying. That sounds odd, but I was not scared. I was shocked at how close I came.
Now, you won't believe this, but Friis says he only has a small cut on his arm and a very sore back, and quite a story to tell.